Leandrew, would you come on for a moment and talk about the network schools and stuff that you were telling me about?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a huge movement right now of like minds who are inspired by the notion of creating alternative societies, voluntary alternative societies. And there's a few different names for these movements. But one of the people that's helped popularize the notion is this guy, Balaji Srinivasan. He's popular in the crypto and Silicon Valley space. And he wrote a book called The Network State, which basically lays out the vision of what he sees as the future of governance, in which the future communities, future societies start off as online communities, much like ours, right? And then they're able to get physical space and inhabit it, provide all the services that a state would normally provide, right? And so yeah, he just sees that as the future of governance, and he calls it network states. Well, he's launched Network State Summit, and this idea has been gaining traction. A lot of people that have not been part of our movement, but that are like really compelling builders, like again in Silicon Valley, they're inspired by this movement, and so it's gaining a lot of traction. They started Network School, which I have a couple friends that went to, which is basically like month-long kind of temporary incarnation of this vision where people come together and they like live in this basically. I think they commandeered a hotel. They took over this hotel and they all like lived there and worked together, co-worked on their own projects and on projects that were relevant to manifesting this vision. And so they've been doing that on this island outside of Singapore. And so they ran the first one from, I think it was October through December last year. And come to find out, they got enough traction from it that they've basically turned this into a permanent installation. So now you can go to ns.com and they have an entire community of people that live there basically permanently now. And it's like an indefinite thing. And they're working on expanding right now. It sounds like they can accommodate a few hundred people, but they're working on taking over more of the island and kind of building out this society incubator, as they like to refer to it. So there's them. There's also a group called Edge City that's working on the same sort of vision. They just hosted an event in Austin in March that I went to, but they are also doing pop-up villages, as what the term is, pop-up villages, where basically they get people together that have this like-minded vision of being able to create alternative societies. And they bring them together for a month to collaborate on projects. They like both of these projects bring in really like influential speakers to give talks, and they do workshops and all that. And it's just really cool. There's a lot of movement happening right now in the space of creating alternatives to the existing system, to the extent that I didn't think we would be here so quickly, but the message is catching on.